Hello and welcome. It's wonderful to have you here today as we talk about something vital for staying strong and healthy as we age. You know, we often hear about the importance of eating well, making smart choices to keep our minds sharp and our bodies active. And when it comes to healthy eating, fish often gets put on a pedestal, doesn't it? It's hailed as this incredible brain food, packed with goodness, something we should all be eating more of, especially in our golden years. But what if I told you that the choice you make at the seafood counter, or even when ordering out, could have consequences you never expected? What if a fish you thought was benefiting your heart and mind was actually silently working against you? Could that piece of fish on your plate be contributing to foggy thinking, unexplained fatigue, or even putting your long-term health at risk? It sounds alarming, I know. But stick with me, because today we need to talk honestly about fish. Not all fish are created equal, and for seniors, making the wrong choice could potentially impact your cognitive function, your cardiovascular health, maybe even your mobility and independence down the line. We've seen how seemingly harmless things like certain vitamins taken in excess can have hidden downsides. Well, the world of seafood has its own secrets, and understanding them is crucial for your well-being. We're going to uncover the truth about which fish truly deserve a place on your plate and which ones you might want to steer clear of. We'll look at 4 types of fish that could be secretly undermining your health goals, packed with things your body doesn't need, like hidden mercury or inflammatory fats. And then we'll celebrate 4 fantastic fish that genuinely do support your brain, heart, joints, and overall vitality, the true champions for senior health. One of the fish we'll discuss later, often marketed as a healthy choice, carries a particular risk due to contaminants that can accumulate over time, potentially affecting your nervous system in ways you might mistakenly blame on just getting older. It might even be sitting in your freezer right now. Before we dive in, I'd love to hear from you. Where are you tuning in from today? And what's your favorite type of fish to eat? Let me know in the comments below. And if you find this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel. We're dedicated to bringing you practical, honest health insights to help you live your best life, full of energy and independence. All right, let's start by pulling back the curtain on some popular fish choices that, despite their reputation or convenience, might be doing more harm than good, especially for those of us over 60. It's not about fear, it's about being informed. Number 4, farmed tilapia, the hidden inflammation risk. Now, tilapia. You see it everywhere, don't you? It's affordable, it cooks quickly, and it has a very mild flavor, which makes it seem like a safe, easy choice, especially if you're not a huge fan of fishy fish. Many restaurants use it. It's common in senior living facilities, and it fills freezer aisles. It looks like a lean, healthy protein. But here's where we need to look closer, beneath the surface. The vast majority of tilapia you find isn't caught in pristine waters. It's farmed, often in densely packed conditions, particularly in parts of Asia and Latin America, where regulations might be less strict. Think about it. When you have so many fish crowded together, disease can spread rapidly. To combat this, farmers often rely heavily on antibiotics. Residues of these, along with other potential contaminants like dioxins, industrial pollutants linked to serious health concerns, can end up in the fish you eat. For seniors whose bodies might already be working harder to process medications or deal with existing health conditions, adding this potential burden is something we need to question. Is that convenient meal worth the hidden cost? But perhaps the biggest concern with farmed tilapia lies in its fat profile. Unlike the fatty fish we praise for their health benefits, tilapia is surprisingly low in the beneficial omega-3 fatty acids. Instead, it contains significantly higher levels of omega-6 fatty acids. Now, we need some omega-6s, but our modern diets are often overloaded with them, and this imbalance can actually promote inflammation throughout the body. Think about conditions that become more common as we age: arthritis, joint pain, heart disease, even cognitive decline. Chronic inflammation is increasingly recognized as a key driver behind these issues. So, isn't it ironic? You might be choosing tilapia, thinking you're making a heart-healthy, anti-inflammatory choice, when in reality, some studies suggest its inflammatory potential could be comparable to foods like bacon or hamburgers. That mild-mannered fish could be quietly fanning the flames of inflammation you're trying so hard to quell. The takeaway: if tilapia is a regular on your menu because it's easy or cheap, it might be time to reconsider. Are you really getting the health benefits you think you are? Could it be contributing to that stiffness or sluggishness you feel? Opting for other fish we'll discuss later might be a much smarter investment in your long-term health. It's surprising, isn't it? How something so common can have these hidden aspects. Let's move on to another fish that requires caution. Number 3. King mackerel, the mercury concern. Mackerel can be confusing. You might hear that oily fish are good for you, and some types of mackerel, like Atlantic mackerel, can be beneficial. But king mackerel is a different story entirely, and it's one seniors should approach with extreme caution, especially if it comes canned. Why the warning? Mercury. King mackerel is a larger predatory fish, meaning it eats smaller fish and accumulates mercury from its diet over its lifespan. As a result, it often contains levels of mercury that significantly exceed safe limits, especially for older adults. Our bodies become less efficient at detoxifying heavy metals like mercury as we age. Our liver and kidney function naturally declines somewhat, making it harder to flush out these toxins. So, mercury can build up in our systems over time, even from seemingly moderate consumption. And here's the truly insidious part. The symptoms of mercury toxicity can look remarkably like common signs of aging. We're talking about things like memory problems, feeling confused or foggy, tremors, unexplained fatigue, balance issues, even changes in mood like increased anxiety or depression. How many seniors experiencing these symptoms simply chalk it up to getting older, never suspecting their diet could be playing a role? Could that healthy canned mackerel salad you enjoy be contributing to those very issues? It's concerning, because king mackerel is often sold without clear warnings about its high mercury content. You might find it grilled in restaurants, sometimes just labeled generically as mackerel. Don't assume that just because it's an oily fish, it automatically shares the same benefits as safer options, like sardines. With king mackerel, the potential risk from mercury accumulation often outweighs any potential omega-3 benefits, particularly for seniors. The takeaway: be specific when choosing mackerel. Avoid king mackerel altogether. If you enjoy mackerel, opt for Atlantic or Spanish varieties from reputable sources, and even then, consume it in moderation. Ask questions at the fish counter or restaurant. Don't let a hidden toxin compromise your cognitive health or well-being. The risks associated with mercury are serious, which brings us to another popular, often high-end fish. Number 2. Swordfish, a high-mercury trap. Swordfish. It often feels like a treat, doesn't it? That firm, steak-like texture makes it popular for grilling, a staple on vacation menus or at nicer seafood restaurants. But like king mackerel, swordfish carries a significant hidden danger: extremely high levels of mercury. As another large, long-living predator high up the marine food chain, swordfish accumulates substantial amounts of mercury throughout its life. Some reports indicate its mercury levels can be among the highest found in seafood, sometimes dramatically exceeding safety guidelines. For seniors, this isn't just a minor concern. Even occasional consumption of high-mercury fish like swordfish can contribute to a gradual buildup in your system. Remember, mercury doesn't just affect the brain. It puts strain on your kidneys, which might already be working harder, and your cardiovascular system. If you're managing high blood pressure, have kidney issues, or any cognitive concerns, you are particularly vulnerable. The effects can be subtle and creep up slowly. That increasing tremor, the trouble sleeping, maybe a feeling of being slightly off balance, or unexpected muscle weakness, it's easy to dismiss these as just part of aging. But could they be signals of mercury toxicity exacerbated by that special occasion, swordfish dinner? Think about when you might encounter swordfish, often in settings where you might also enjoy a glass of wine, or perhaps be taking medications for cholesterol, blood pressure, or diabetes. This combination can put extra stress on your liver and kidneys, potentially making it even harder for your body to handle the mercury load. That feeling of fogginess or imbalance the day after eating swordfish might not just be from the travel or the late night. It could be a direct physiological response. The takeaway: swordfish, despite its appealing taste and texture, is simply too risky for regular consumption by seniors due to its high mercury content. The potential long-term impact on your neurological health, kidney function, and overall well-being just isn't worth it. There are so many other delicious, safer fish to enjoy. Why take the chance? We've talked about inflammation risks and mercury dangers, but the number one fish we recommend seniors avoid might be the most surprising, precisely because it's often perceived and marketed as incredibly healthy. Number 1. Farmed Atlantic salmon. Not the health hero you think. Yes, you heard that right. Farmed Atlantic salmon. This is crucial. We need to draw a very clear line between wild-caught salmon, which we'll talk about glowingly in a moment, and its farmed counterpart. They might look similar in the package, often sporting that appealing pink color, but what goes on behind the scenes makes a world of difference to your health. Most Atlantic salmon you find readily available and often cheaper in supermarkets is farmed, not wild. These fish are typically raised in crowded net pens in the ocean. Just like with tilapia, these high-density conditions are breeding grounds for diseases and parasites like sea lice. To manage these issues, farmers often rely on a cocktail of antibiotics and pesticides, traces of which can accumulate in the fatty tissues of the fish, the very part you eat. Do you really want those residues becoming part of your diet? But the concerns go deeper, right into the nutritional profile. Farmed salmon has a significantly different fat composition compared to its wild cousins. It tends to be much higher in those pro-inflammatory omega-6 fatty acids we discussed with tilapia, and lower in the beneficial anti-inflammatory omega-3s that salmon is famous for. So, instead of helping to calm inflammation in your body, crucial for protecting against heart disease, arthritis, and cognitive decline, farmed salmon might actually be contributing to it. Think about that. The fish you eat for its healthy fats might be giving you the wrong kind. Furthermore, studies have raised concerns about higher levels of persistent organic pollutants like PCBs and dioxins in farmed salmon compared to wild salmon. These industrial chemicals have been linked to serious health issues, including type 2 diabetes, obesity, and even certain cancers, conditions that many seniors are already working hard to manage or prevent. And that vibrant pink-orange color in farmed salmon, it often doesn't come naturally from their diet. Instead, synthetic colorants, like artificial astaxanthin, are frequently added to their feed to make the flesh look more appealing to consumers. While natural astaxanthin is a powerful antioxidant, the synthetic versions used in fish feed are less studied and may not offer the same benefits, raising further questions. Some farmed salmon are even genetically modified for faster growth, introducing yet another layer of uncertainty regarding long-term health effects. The takeaway: farmed Atlantic salmon is often a product of industrial agriculture focused on maximizing yield, not necessarily optimizing health benefits. It can carry a hidden load of contaminants, antibiotics, pesticides, and an unfavorable fatty acid profile that promotes inflammation. Don't be fooled by the name salmon or the color. If the label says Atlantic salmon and doesn't specify wild caught, or if the price seems suspiciously low, it's almost certainly farmed. For your health's sake, it's best avoided. Choose wisely. Your body will thank you. Okay, we've navigated some of the potential pitfalls in the seafood aisle. It might feel a bit discouraging, but knowledge is power. Now let's turn to the truly exciting part. The fish that genuinely are nutritional powerhouses, ready to support your health, vitality, and longevity. These are the fish you should be adding to your plate more often. Number 4. Rainbow trout, the clean, freshwater choice. Let's start with one that might fly under the radar: rainbow trout. While we just cautioned against some farmed fish, rainbow trout farmed in well-managed, often land-based, recirculating systems can be one of the cleanest and safest choices available, especially compared to ocean fish exposed to more pollutants. These controlled environments minimize exposure to toxins and mercury, making it an excellent option for seniors concerned about heavy metal accumulation. But safety is just the beginning. Rainbow trout is a wonderful source of those crucial omega-3 fatty acids, particularly DHA, which is vital for brain health. Remember how we worry about memory lapses or slower thinking as we age? Studies, like those from Rush University, suggest that regular consumption of DHA-rich fish is linked to slower cognitive decline and a lower risk of dementia. Eating trout could be like giving your brain the building blocks it needs to stay sharp. It's also packed with vitamin B12, essential for energy production and red blood cell formation. Many seniors don't get enough B12, leading to weakness or even nerve issues. Trout helps fill that gap. Plus, it offers selenium for immune support and high-quality protein to help maintain precious muscle mass, which is so important for strength, balance, and preventing falls as we get older. And practically speaking, rainbow trout has a delicate, flaky texture that's easy to chew and digest, a real bonus if dental issues or slower digestion are a concern. It has a milder flavor than some other oily fish, making it quite versatile. Try baking it simply with lemon and herbs, perhaps alongside some steamed asparagus or a colorful salad. It's a delicious way to nourish your brain, boost your energy, and support your overall physical well-being without the worries associated with other fish. The takeaway: don't overlook rainbow trout. Look for trout farmed in the US or in closed containment systems for the best quality. It's a clean, nutrient-rich, and delicious choice that supports multiple aspects of senior health. Feeling better already? Let's keep the good news coming. Number 3. Herring, the unsung omega-3 hero. Herring might sound a bit old-fashioned, maybe something your grandparents ate, but it's time to bring this nutritional powerhouse back into the spotlight. This small oily fish is absolutely brimming with EPA and DHA, those essential omega-3s our bodies can't make on their own. Why are these so important, especially now? They are crucial for heart health. They help reduce inflammation, keep blood vessels flexible, and lower triglycerides. Research suggests that eating oily fish like herring a couple of times a week could significantly reduce the risk of fatal heart events. That's a powerful benefit. But herring offers more. It's a fantastic source of vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin that many seniors are deficient in, particularly during winter months or if housebound. Vitamin D is critical not just for bone health, but also for mood regulation and immune function. Low vitamin D levels are linked to depression in older adults, so herring could offer a natural mood boost too. And here's something truly unique. When herring is pickled or canned, its tiny bones become soft and edible. Eating them provides a fantastic natural source of calcium, directly supporting bone density without relying solely on supplements. Plus, because herring is small and lower on the food chain, it accumulates far fewer toxins like mercury compared to larger predatory fish like swordfish or king mackerel. It's generally affordable and available in various forms: smoked, pickled, canned. Try adding it to a salad, serving it on whole grain crackers, or incorporating it into a potato dish. It might not be glamorous, but herring is a nutritional giant in a small package. The takeaway: rediscover herring. It's an omega-3 superstar, a great source of vitamin D and calcium, low in contaminants, and budget-friendly. A true traditional health food that deserves a modern revival on your plate. Moving up our list of champions, we have another small fish that packs an incredible nutritional punch. Number 2. Wild-caught sardines. Nutrient density in a can. Don't let their size fool you. Wild-caught sardines are arguably one of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet, offering a wealth of benefits perfectly suited for aging bodies, all packed conveniently in a small can. Just one serving can deliver a huge dose of vitamin B12, often over 100% of your daily needs. Remember how vital B12 is for nerve health, brain function, and energy? Deficiency is common in seniors and can lead to fatigue, memory issues, and even tingling or numbness. Sardines are an easy, potent solution. And of course, omega-3s. Sardines are loaded with them, far more than you might expect from such tiny fish. These fatty acids are powerful anti-inflammatories. If you struggle with arthritis, joint stiffness, or chronic aches and pains, incorporating sardines could act like a natural internal balm, helping to reduce those inflammatory markers linked to pain. Sardines also provide coenzyme Q10, a vital compound for heart function and cellular energy production. Our natural CoQ10 levels tend to decline with age, and certain medications like statins can deplete them further. Eating sardines helps replenish this important nutrient, potentially boosting your energy levels and supporting your heart. Like herring, sardines are low on the food chain, meaning they have naturally very low levels of mercury and other environmental contaminants. This makes them one of the safest, most reliable seafood choices you can make. Plus, if you eat them with their tiny edible bones, you get another fantastic hit of bone-building calcium and phosphorus. The takeaway: embrace the mighty sardine. It's an affordable, convenient, safe, and incredibly nutrient-dense food that supports your brain, heart, bones, joints, and energy levels all at once. A true superfood for seniors. We've seen some fantastic options, but one fish consistently rises to the top for its incredible blend of benefits, safety, and versatility. Number 1. Wild-caught salmon, the overall health champion. And here it is, our number 1 recommended fish for seniors. Wild-caught salmon, specifically varieties like Alaskan sockeye, coho, or king salmon. Remember the crucial distinction we made earlier. This is not the farmed Atlantic salmon we warned against. Wild salmon is a completely different beast, nutritionally speaking. Why does wild salmon earn the top spot? It's the synergy of its benefits. It's exceptionally rich in those long-chain omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA. Study after study links higher intake of these fats to better brain health. Research published in neurology journals suggests seniors eating salmon regularly experience less age-related brain shrinkage and perform better on memory tests. Imagine feeling sharper, retaining information better, and maintaining focus well into your later years. Wild salmon helps provide the fuel for that. These omega-3s are also powerhouses for heart health, reducing inflammation, supporting healthy blood pressure, and lowering triglycerides. But the benefits don't stop there. Wild salmon is an excellent source of high-quality, easily digestible protein, around 22 grams per serving. This is absolutely critical for fighting sarcopenia, the age-related muscle loss that can lead to weakness, frailty, and an increased risk of falls. Eating sufficient protein helps you stay strong and maintain your independence. Wild salmon also provides potassium, which helps balance sodium and regulate blood pressure, and it's one of the best natural sources of astaxanthin. This potent antioxidant, responsible for the salmon's deep red-orange color, has been shown to protect eye health, potentially reducing the risk of age-related macular degeneration, and may even improve skin elasticity, helping you look and feel vibrant. Crucially, wild-caught salmon generally has much lower levels of contaminants like PCBs, dioxins, and antibiotic residues compared to its farmed counterpart. Choosing wild is choosing cleaner, safer fish. Is it harder to prepare? Not at all. Wild salmon is delicious baked, grilled, broiled, pan-seared, or even air-fried. A simple marinade of olive oil, lemon juice, garlic, and dill is all it needs. Its rich flavor pairs beautifully with roasted vegetables, quinoa, or a large salad. The takeaway: wild-caught salmon is a true nutritional investment. It supports your brain, heart, muscles, eyes, and skin, all while being a safe, clean source of protein and healthy fats. Look for labels specifying wild-caught, often indicating Alaskan origin. Yes, it might cost a bit more than farmed, but the health benefits make it worth the price. But more importantly, we've celebrated the fantastic benefits of incorporating truly healthy fish like responsibly farmed rainbow trout, omega-3 rich herring, nutrient-packed wild sardines, and the undisputed champion, wild-caught salmon, into your diet. Making informed choices at the grocery store or when dining out isn't about creating fear, it's about empowerment. It's about understanding that not all fish are the same, and that selecting the right kinds can profoundly impact your energy levels, your cognitive function, your heart health, your mobility, and your overall quality of life as you age. The choices you make truly matter. Think about the fish you currently eat. Were any of the avoid fish regulars on your plate? Were you surprised by any of the information today? Which of the recommended fish are you inspired to try or eat more often? I genuinely believe that understanding these distinctions can make a real difference. It allows you to harness the true power of food to support your health goals, helping you stay active, vibrant, and independent for years to come.